into our cardio circuits next. So before we begin this class, you must make sure your work area is nice and clear, nothing to slip, nothing to trip on. Just make sure you've got appropriate clothing on. And I'm not saying you will, but if you do feel poorly at any time, just take a rest. And if you really don't feel well, just seek some medical advice. I'm sure you'll all be fine. So we're going to start with a nice gentle warm-up, and then we'll build in options as we go. So we're going to do a little circuit with some cardio movements. So what we're going to do is remove the dog first of all. That's one hazard we don't need to be tripping over. We're going to start with our feet just outside our hips. We're going to set the shoulders back. And I've just realised I've not flipped that screen around. 1 second. That makes much more sense, doesn't it? I saw the worried looks. So again, from here, your feet just outside your hips. Shoulders are back. And let's just ease into a few squats. Come back with the hips and pull the arms up towards your chest. So as we start to ease into a squat to get the knees and the hips moving, you're just pushing the bottom back. Knees are tracking in line with your toes. We're just going to do a few more there. That's it. And you're going to breathe. In, out with the lift. Now gentle squeeze back into the shoulder blades so it keeps the chest nice and open. And we're just going to do 4 more here. 3. Squeeze the bottom on the rise. And then we're going to come into some lunges. So just start with the hands on the hips. Alternating lunges. Start with your right leg back and down. So as we move into our lunge, we want to think about our upper body. Nice long back. And as we lower into our lunge, we lead that back knee towards the floor. Now you're keeping your feet hip distance apart. That helps it makes it a little easier for your balance. Now we're going to try a little bit more balance. So 1 more on each leg. Then you're going to stay with this right leg back this time. So your right leg back. Lift the knee and drive back. So you're pushing out this front heel. You're making sure the front knee gently presses out towards the little toe. That's going to keep the outer thigh muscles switched on. And it also gives you a lot more stability through the knees. 2 more. And then changing legs. So just simply step down. Left leg. Step back and lift. Now again, as you're easing into your squats, you're starting to power up your glutes. So you're driving out that front heel. You're getting those hips right back underneath your shoulders. Use the out breath and brace your core on the lift. And give me a couple more here. Now from here, you're going to take your feet wide. You're going to pull your hips back. Hands down, walk your feet back, walk them wide, and then push up through your heels. Hips, hands, feet, wide, and then push out the heels. Then whenever you're ready, you can either jump your feet out and back in. But when you jump your feet out and in, they want to stay nice and wide. So when you come up out of your squat, you push down through the heels. You're going to give me 4 more here. Reset with nice strong posture. Each time at the top. And give me 2 more. On your next one, you're going to stay at the bottom and you get to practice your press-ups. So either knees down or on your toes. And let's ease into the press-ups. So your elbows are pushing out to the side. Your chest just easing to elbow height. Strong core and a nice long back. Give me another 4. Press through the heels of the hands on the rise. 1 more time. And then lift your knees, jump it forward, push through the heels, and back up to standing. Right, so that's a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to start with 4 rounds, 30 seconds on each exercise, without a break to begin with. We're working breaks later. So what we're going to do from here, let me get my timer set ready to go. There we go, perfect. So we're going to start with a 3-step run. So we're going to go to the side, 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, hold. So once we've done our 3-step run for 30 seconds, then we're going to take it back down for our press-ups. And I'll coach the next block of work as we go. Ready? 3-step run, 30 seconds to your right. Hold, and then run back. So you're going to stay low, in your legs. Keep the knees bent. You can either tap or you can lift the knee and hold the knee just off the floor. Now nice strong posture. Bracing your tummy. So we've got quite a few rounds of these. So we're just going to take it nice and easy. Just getting everything warm still. And you're going to keep going there for 2, 1, feet wide, hands down, walk forward, knees or toes, 30 seconds into your press-ups. So starting to build a little bit of strength in the arms at the same time. But as you're going into your press-up, that back nice and long, core strong all the way through. Your chest is just coming down to elbow height. You've got another 3 seconds there. Then you're going to work back up onto your feet and we'll come into a squat to jump. So come back up into set position, 1 squat with a jump. Now if you don't want to jump, you can just lift those heels. So we've got 30 seconds of these. Then we're going to go back down and our next one is mountain climbers. Keep going, you've got 5 seconds left. And again, just a heel raise if that's enough. For 2, for 1, come all the way down, walk your hands forward. Your hands stay narrow, knees to the floor, and you can just drive one knee forward than the other, or you can stay on your toes, driving your knee towards your elbow. Now again, head lifted, don't let the head drop. Press your knee right in towards the elbow. Now brace the abs all the way through. From here, we're going to come back onto our feet in 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back onto your feet, jump, twist, 30 seconds. Feet are parallel. You're going to bend your knees, jump and turn. As you jump, you're going to push off the toes, and as you land, you're going to push the hips back. As if you're skiing. Not that I've ever skied, and I don't think it really looks like this, but something like. Push up the toes, soft knees on the landing, and if you don't want to, you can just step from that diagonal over to the other. We're nearly there in 2. In 1, tricep dips. So you're going to come down to the ground, hands just behind the hips, elbows in, chest up, and tricep dips. Now you're keeping the back long. You're pushing your elbows towards the back of the room, and you're pushing out the heels of your hands. You're going to straighten the arms, you're squeezing right into the back of the arms as you rise. Chin tucked in all the way through. Keep it going, team, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up onto your feet, and you've got 30 seconds of a high knee jog. So you can have your hands up. You're going to bring your knees up towards your hands, or you can go for that jog, kicking your heels up towards your bottom, whatever feels more natural for you. 30 seconds, and then you've got a minute to recover. For 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Grab a drink of water. We've got 2 more rounds of all that stuff. So look at that as your warm-up round. We're going to try and make some of the movements a little bit more challenging, and I'll layer those extra movements in as we go. We're not going just yet. Got a little bit of time left. When we come to that 3-step run, we're going to go as fast as we can, and we're going to stay really low into our legs. Are you ready, team? Feet under hips. Hips sit back. 3-step run. As fast as you can. Now use the arms. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Light tap of the feet. And again, as you stop, there's that core brace. And as you stop, you're sitting your hips back. So that's not going to load the knees, pushing them forward. It's loading your glutes, pushing the hips back. From here, we're going to move into press-ups. Now you can do this on your knees or in your toes. In 2, 1, come down. Hands go wide, weight comes forward. Try it on your toes as long as you can. Whenever you feel you start to fatigue, just simply bring it to your knees. Now try and take your body weight forward. So your chin is forward of your fingers at the bottom. Your elbows are pushing out wide to the side, and you're really picking that belly button up to the back, so it supports your spine all the way through. Get more load and work into your chest. Okay, from here we come to our squat jumps in 2, in 1. So just walk yourself back up, straight into your squats. With the jump if you want to, and again with the heel raise if you prefer. Now again, when you're squatting, drive the hips back. When you're jumping, drive your hips forward and push up the toes. Every time you land, you're going to land with the knees soft, so it absorbs that landing. Keep going. 5 more seconds. We're going to come back down for mountain climbers. So on your last one, walk it down. Hands are narrow, so they're shoulder width apart. Your knees are your toes. You can do now 1 leg at a time, or you can alternate the legs. Now try and get the back of the neck long. Ears in line with shoulders, and keep pressing the hands into the floor so you're really strong through that upper back. Now you've got 10 seconds left here, so you can go for a little bit more speed. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. You keep getting plenty of deep breaths in. And then in 2, 1, back up on your feet. Start in a squat at a diagonal position, hips are back, jump and twist. Now if you don't want to jump, just step from side to side. You can let the arms lift. So again, as you add in the arms, it starts to lift the heart rate just a little more. And if you need less, you can take the arms out, let your hands sit on your hips, and just have that little twist from side to side. Tricep dips coming up next. You've got 10 more seconds of those. So you can go for that bigger jump. Land the knees. Don't land the knees. Soften the knees as you land. That's what I was trying to say. And then from here to your tricep dips. So you're going to bring the feet forward. Roll back with the shoulders. Lift the chest. A little harder. Is to lift your feet this time. You might want to take your hands further back. Keep the back straight. I feel like you're pushing yourself back up from the ground. You can keep the feet down. Again, elbows pointing directly back. So you don't want them to wing outwards. As soon as you wing your elbows outwards, your shoulders will collapse. So again, you think about that strong step position all the way through. Belly's braced. Okay, you've got about 3 seconds left there. 2, 1, let's go for a little jog. So you go for the high knees, 30 seconds left. So this is your last block of work coming up. You're going to get a minute to recover. Go for speed now. Use those arms. Abs braced all the way through. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just slow it down. Just keep moving your feet. Grab some water if you need some. Last round. So you know all the exercises. You have got a minute to recover, so keep breathing. If you want to make your press-ups a little bit harder, maybe you don't. You may want to make them easier. If you want to make them easier, knees under the hips. If you want to make them harder from your knees or your toes, add in a toe tap. So as you lower your chest, you extend the opposite foot out to the side. That's just a little option we're going to throw in there. 10 seconds left to recover. Quickest minute of your life. Ready to go again? So let's come back into our start position and our 3-step run. All yours, 3 steps. Go. That's it. Sit into your legs and try and see how low you can stay. Go for speed. And then go for a little brace at the side. So you're putting the brakes on at the edge. That's what's going to engage your core again. Keep bending into the legs. You've got 10 seconds left of these. Then as quick as you can, we're going to come straight down for our press-ups. 5 seconds. In 2, 1, straight down. Knees is your option. Let's go for speed. If you want to add in those toe taps, as many as you can now, in 30 seconds. Chest to elbow height. Eye gaze forward with your fingers. Knees or toes. Belly button, pull it up towards the back so your back stays really long and really strong. 6 seconds left. Ready to come back onto your feet for your jump squats. Up you come, feet wide. Let's try those jumps. So you don't have to go fast, but if you want to start getting that heart rate right up, on the squat, straight back into the jumps. Push off the toes, go for the height. Now remember those knees want to stay open so they're out in line with your toes all the way through. Hips are moving back to initiate that squat movement. 5 seconds. We're going to come down for mountain climbers. So as you finish this one, walk forward, knees or toes. If you're doing it from your knees, just alternate the knees. Weight forward into your hands. Head lifted. You can run it out if you want to. Driving the knees towards the heels of the hands. 10 seconds. Then we straight back up for our jump twists. And last time we're going to do these. 5, 4, 3, 2, back up on your feet. Bend your knees. Let's go for bigger jumps. Swing the arms back and then swing them forward. And again, if you don't like the twist, you can just stay here with the swings, or you can just simply step from side to side. So again, it's about keeping your breath, keeping nice deep breaths. And if you need to recover a little, just take it down a level. Okay, you're almost there. In 3, 2, 1, back down to the ground. Your tricep dips. Can you take the hands a little further back and lift the feet? If not, keep the feet down. 30 seconds. Let's go for speed. Now keep that chest open. Push out the heels of the hands. And don't let the elbows wing outwards. You're going to be pushing them back, driving them back underneath your shoulders every time. Start to feel the heat in the arms. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And really broad across your chest. Don't let the shoulders collapse in. 5 seconds, keep it up. We're going to finish with our high knee jog. We're going to do a minute this time. So back on your feet in 2, in 1. Let's go for the high knees. Try and bring your hands forward and see if you can pull your knees up towards your hands. If you find it difficult, maybe take your hands behind your bottom and kick your heels in towards your hands. Or get the arms going. Let's go for a sprint. A little bit of core engagement. Keep it going. Lots of breath. I've lost my timer. Oh, you're all right, you're all right. Keep going. Halfway, 30 seconds to go. Can you get a little bit more speed into your sprint? Strong posture. I'll take it down a level. Just bringing the knees up, but keep pushing the knees forward. You're almost there, team. You've got it going now. Breathe. 10 seconds, dig in. Faster for your last 10 seconds. Sprint it out if you can. If you can't, just take it steady. I'm here to keep encouraging you, but you listen to your body and do what feels right for you. 3, 2, 1, a minute off. Right then, team, from here, we're going to have a minute to recover. We're going to do 3 or 4 rounds. Let's see how we go for time. I think it might be 3. So we're going to do 5 squats with a leg lift on each side. Keep recovering. You're going to squat down, leg lift, squat, out to the side. So you're pushing through the standing leg and you're pushing out your outer thigh. You're going to do 5 on each side, so you've got 10 in total. Once you've done those, we're going to go back to those lunges with a knee lift. So you're pressing out the standing leg and driving the knee up. 5 on each side. And then from there, squat burpees, which you've just practiced in our warm-up, jumping back. Or again, just walk the feet back and in. To finish the round, air jacks. So you can go on your air jacks, or you can just take it to half stars. We've got 2 minutes. We should probably get about three rounds in there. That's your challenge. In fact, I'll give you 3 minutes, a minute for each round. That sounds a bit fairer. No, 2 rounds is fine. Right then, team, we're going to start with our squats and our leg lifts. Feet out wide, outside the shoulders. Shoulders back, and we go. Squat, lift your leg. So you're almost kicking your leg out to the side. Again, you can keep it low, and you can just tap your foot. Pull the hips back for that squat. One more each side. Take it back to your lunge. Back, lift. Hands can stay on your hips, or more power with the arms. Once you've done 5, change legs. Step down and back. 5. Just take it to your own time. Once you've done those, from there we go to our squat burpees. Either walk back, you've got 5 squat burpees, or you can jump out and in. When you're jumping back, abs brace. So you're jumping back, and bracing your core to hold that strong set position. Once you've done your 5 of those, we come to our air jacks. So for 10, bend the knees as you land, shoot the arms and legs out as wide as you can, or just half jacks. 10 in total, whichever one you're doing. Then we go back to the beginning. Squat and knee lift. 5, 4. Use the arms. Pull the arms back. So it opens the chest. Squeeze into the shoulders. Ready for your lunges? Take it back. You can also add a little jump as you lift the knee. Just still feeling energised. Once you've done your 5, if you want to take it down, just tap the foot. If you want to take it up, lift. Once you've gone into those, back to squat burpees. Just checking because my memory's a bit poor. Up. Now on those squat burpees, keep your feet wide when you jump back. So when you jump forward, again the feet are still outside your hands, and you've got a strong push through the heels. Air jacks at the top, you've got 1 minute left. So back to your air jacks. We should be getting 3 rounds in here. Half stars, if you need to talk like me. And then from there, back to the beginning. Squat knee lift, or leg lift. Sweep that leg up. Do a little kick out to the side. 30 seconds to go. Let me just reset that. Don't want to do you out 30 seconds. As soon as you finish those, into your lunges. You can add that little jump, just a little push off your toes, or a nice controlled lift with the knee. And then 5 to the other side. So as you know, I'm not usually on carpet, I'm only in my studio downstairs, and it's a lot easier on a solid floor. Right, once you finish these, your squat burpees, jump it out and in. Bit for us downstairs, because we've got the builders in, you wouldn't hear me. But we'll keep alternating, so the evening classes will be downstairs. When the builders are buggered off. 1 more. Air jacks. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're recovering. Okay, got a little breather. Just keep moving your legs. Maybe just do a little hamstring curl. A little stretch down the front of your thigh. So a nice little treat we're thrown in to finish today. There's a little core circuit. So what we're going to do first of all is start with some planks on the side. We're going to add some leg lifts. And then from there we're going to do the other side. Then we've got a few more moves. And we're going to do 3 rounds. So when you're ready, we're going to come down to the ground. We're starting a side hover position. 3 rounds. Bottom knee bent, top leg straight. Elbow in under your shoulder and reach the arm up. You're going to lift the hip. You can stay here or with me, 5 leg lifts. 5, 4, 3, 2, foot down, roll to the opposite side, arm up and lift. 5. Keep the hip lifted. Keep the elbow pressed into the ground. And then from here, we're going to come down onto your back and we start the opposite arm and leg lift. So you're going to reach your arm back. You're going to come up and across. Keeping the chin tucked in. We've got 10 on each leg. Breathe out on that lift. 2 more, I think. and change legs. So bend that knee, left arm back. 10, 9. Try and touch the outside of your ankle and look past your thigh to a diagonal position. Now you're going to brace the abs, so as you lower your leg, the back's not lifting off the floor. And then from here, we lift both legs and we go to toe touches. Now if you need less, you can bend your knees and just keep reaching the hand over to the diagonal. Or keep reaching the outside of your foot or the outside of your ankle. 2 more each side. Back to our side hover. Bring your legs down. If you want to go for legs straight, both legs out straight on the edge of your foot, lift, and then top leg lifting. If you've got your legs straight, you need to make this bottom leg really strong. Pressing down into the elbow, and then when you turn to the other side, just turn onto your toes. Again, bent knee's your option, or straight leg. 3, 2, 1. Come onto your back. Right leg out, left arm rung, and let's go. 10. If you need a little less, you can bend your knee and just bring the knee above the hip. And you can start to take your arm to the outside of your thigh. Terrible at counting. You'll start to work that one out. So when you have done your 10, I think I'm there, changing sides. So straight leg or bent knee. Keep looking past the thigh as you lift. And again, using the out breath each time as you come up. 4, 3, 2. Now this time a little different. Hands to your head. We're going to go with the cross crawl finish on this round. Elbows wide, chin tucked in. And again, you can bring your feet to the floor, just tapping your toes. You can extend into the legs for 3, 2, 1. Feet down. One last round, back to your side hover. Knees or toes, you choose. Strengthen your shoulders, open up the chest. Can you lift your leg a little higher? Don't let the trunk of your body move. Feel that underneath leg working. Turn. Stack the shoulders. Brace your abs. And again, 2 more. Onto your back. From here, both knees above your hips. Arms out straight. Lift your legs. You're going to reach up from one side over to the other. Now you're going to drop one leg. If you can't work with those legs drops, just keep that first position and bring your hands up and over to the other side. 2 more each side. Go for it, last one. Hold here, bend your knees. Hands to your head. Shoot out and in. Out, in. If you need less, just hands to your head. Reach forward or open the arms. Back. Keep that chin tucked in, look into your thighs for 4, 3. Don't rush. Brace your abs on extension. And 1 to finish. Hugging your knees. Rest your head. Breathe. And melt down. Bring your feet down. Take your arms out wide. Just let your knees roll across to your right. Oh. Into the centre. And then up to your left. Press those shoulders down. And then bring your knees in. Give them a hug. Take a roll up. Take a roll over. Into box position. Taking a cat stretch so your belly lifts up. And your chest pushes forward. Bring the belly to the spine. And a couple more. Feel like I'm melting today. Now what we're going to do from here is just lift the knees, tuck under your toes, step it forward, bring your elbows up onto your thighs, draw the belly in, try and look back towards your hips. Now cross your hands, bring the arms forward, just in line with your shoulders, so you're going to pull the shoulder blades down, nod the chin in. And try and spread your shoulder blades apart, like you're pushing your hands forward. And then you might need a little stretch of the shoulders. Bring your arm across. Oh, feels nice. And then the other side. Again, just easing the arm across. And then all you need to do is release your shoulders. Just circle the arms, drop the shoulders down. Oh, and now you can have a nice cup of tea or coffee. Or maybe water's more than enough. Give yourself a clap, ladies and gents. Well worked.